There are many individuals of influence walking the streets, sitting in boardrooms, enacting legislation, teaching our children, or interacting within culture in a multitude of ways. Knowingly or unknowingly, many of these leaders are wearing masks that are hiding various types of prejudice. Prejudice is simply prejudgment, as assumptions are made without accurate information, opinions are formed without facts, and beliefs are established without truth. All prejudice is destructive and based on fear-based attitudes that affect relationships and partnerships, and sabotage the ability to lead with justice, honor, and validation. Leadership is the influence that we carry in our spheres of responsibility. We cannot lead effectively if we carry any form of prejudice within our internal dialogue. When leadership decisions are made through a grid of fear-based bias or an attitude of supremacy, they will be, for all intents and purposes, defective and the outcomes flawed. When a leader silences the internal voice of bigotry, constructing decisions for the good of all, their leadership decisions will be fundamentally pure, and the outcomes favorable for the individual and the corporate good. Essentially, this has the intrinsic ability to bring healing to many and establish structures that will help to heal our land. There is great power and responsibility associated with any form of leadership influence. Whether you are a school student influencing your peers, a friend, spouse, parent, teacher, actor, athlete, spiritual leader, business person, or politician, there is a vital mandate to lead impartially. Wherever there is a platform of influence, there's an ability to persuade either for good or for harm. Negative experiences have marked all of us, every single person on the planet. These experiences pressure us internally and profile our beliefs about different groups of people. Whether it be age, race, gender, socioeconomic status, political views, or position in society, our tendency is to group people together and prejudge everyone based upon external narratives, the views of our closest relationships, and/or our personal history. Many years ago, I was an indignantly passionate man-hater, supporting the women's liberation movement of the 1970s. To me, it was not about equal rights for women. That was only how it appeared. It was my mask. My true goal, rather, was to emerge as greater than all men. This was prejudice that was seeded into the soil of my soul as a young girl who experienced repeated encounters of sexual molestation. Within the hidden motives of my heart, I did not fight for the noble cause of equality for woman. Instead, I secretly wanted the injury of all men, believing that they were all perpetrators. Each person is an individual. It is unfair to judge someone through your past experiences with others. Every type of prejudice, bias, or racism is self-sabotage. I was horribly deceived by the pain of my past, which impeded my emotional health and my ability to find internal peace and purpose. I am so grateful that those days are behind me. I cannot remove painful past experiences, but I can refuse their power to control my decisions. Scientifically speaking, every thought we accept establishes memory within the neuro-networking of our brain. It's impossible to devalue, hate, disrespect, degrade, or demonstrate prejudice toward another without it causing a feedback effect into our very own memory. Whether our prejudicial actions are obvious, subtle, or covertly infusing our thought processes, it is in the long run self-destructive. It's time to remove the mask of outward pretense and arise with genuine validation for one another. It's impossible to be critical, judgmental, unforgiving, or gossip-mongering when we authentically value and honor others. The validation of the human soul cannot coexist with prejudice, injustice, or discrimination of any kind. Thomas Jefferson said, "The care of human life and happiness, and not their destruction, is the first and only objective of good government." Truly, this should be the objective of every honorable man or woman, especially those who aspire to lead well. Let us challenge ourselves to silence the covert thoughts of bigotry that we have allowed to occupy our minds. Every leader who genuinely desires to see our land healed must boldly choose validation, honor, respect, hope, and peace. This decision will not only impact our own emotional health, but sanction healthy perspectives in the words we speak and the decisions we make. Every thought I entertain is a seed of destiny, for good or harm. It's time to take off the masks of pretense and choose to genuinely value all of humanity. Let us utilize our emotional energies to influence generations to live well, love much, and believe for the best. Let our revolutionary voices of validation be heard. This is a cause worth living for.